The scene is straight out of an apocalyptic movie. Now referred to simply as Melissa, the hurricane that flattened the entire southwest and regions of northwest Jamaica is one that will be remembered for decades. From shingles to roofs to entire establishments to trees to utility wiring, poles, and the entire local grid in some areas, the demolition of major town hubs across the affected areas has left a scar that will require years to heal. The terror unleashed by the Category 5 storm has done more than physical damage to the parishes of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, St. James, and Trelawney, however. The residents are nothing short of terrified. Some are even too traumatized to speak about what happened. As if that wasn't bad enough, the recovery is stymied by political red tape. Many are unable to work, many more still without electricity or water, and are struggling to find ways to cope with the 90-degree heat as they try to figure out their next meal. But these aren't people who like being dependent on handouts. The national pride of Jamaicans is as forceful as that of Hurricane Melissa. Their resolve isn't one of helplessness, but one of survival no matter what. As long as we have life.
As life may have life, so me just...
I've interviewed several survivors of Hurricane Melissa who were willing to speak about their experience. Their stories are chilling. Before we hear their stories, however, my story actually starts with a trip across the island. There was no local produce considering the extensive damage to the vegetation and crops. Food and other deliveries from overseas had been sent, and I had volunteered to make the pickup to bring the goods back to the countryside. There were two completely different experiences going from Kingston, Jamaica, where the packages had arrived, to the epicenter at Black River, along with the outskirts where I had to make the delivery. Instead of just that delivery, however, I utilized donations of the GoFundMe to do some shopping for groceries and other items to help restock local businesses. This is the journey.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Swish Culture. So I'm on the ground right now. I haven't really assessed what we needed, but this is the first small purchase that I'm making. So guys, for the stuff that I just got, here's a receipt. We've got a long trip ahead of us because I got to go drop off the stuff that I have that we just picked up. It's going to be at least 3 hours or so. So hopefully the roads are clear. Another update, we're on the Mandela Highway. So far so good, no issues at this point. We haven't really hit the hurricane affected areas just yet. Once we do, I'll give you guys another update. Guys, I just got pulled over. The officer was kind enough to give me a break. We're okay, and we're on our way to do what we set out to do. Yet another stop. Trying to get some stuff to restock and see how much this comes up to as well.
Take the next left onto New River Road.
Getting closer to the epicenter of where the hurricane hit. You can see a lot of downed trees, utility poles. The vegetation just has a completely different look to it. So as we get closer to the center, the epicenter, we see the helicopter still surveying damages above, and we see people replacing, tarps, or putting tarps on top of their houses to replace their roofs. Here we are. It looks like the World Central Kitchen is right there. They set up shop. And this is where pretty much the epicenter is. A lot of the damage is here. This is ground zero. This is the epicenter of the hurricane. I mean, that's a metal dish satellite that's wrapped up and crumpled. Still have folks trying to keep business moving, but there's 2 weeks later and the cleanup that is required is immense. That's the police station. It's still standing. But and something I noticed as well is I tried to take the bus to book a ticket. However, the only stop, if you guys are familiar with the Knutsford Express, the only stop that wasn't available was the one that I wanted to take, which kind of tells me that where I'm going, it won't be so easily gotten to. And this, look at this. And some of you guys, if you guys have seen the video clip, this is the church from the ground view. All right, we saw overhead view before, and now this is it from the ground. Oh, man, I have photos of this place before it became like this, so if I can get those up, I'll send them to you guys, or I'll post them up. But here is just some of the damage, and this is just absolutely insane. Like, this is the first place that got that hurricane. That's the direction. You see that ocean over there? This is the south coast of Jamaica, and this is, we're in Black River right now. This is where everything started. And so they filled this road a bit to make it passable, but I promise you it was not like this before.
Here's another aid site. So they're handing out water here. And this is perhaps the newest building in this town, the KFC. And even that sustained some damage to the front louvre, it looks like, or awning. But overall, not that badly damaged. Looks like they're still open for business. Okay. I mean, that among this type of damage, absolutely insane. Roads flooded. This is the Black River High School. More houses with tarps being laid down, but you can see the extent of the damage here to the houses with no roof. And we're getting very close to where I grew up. I mean, this area at the epicenter that I've showed you is pretty much, you know, the closest town, but this area that I'm showing right now is where I grew up. So we're going here. This is my aunt's storefront, and we're gonna go through and see what's going on here. It looks like a lot of people are out front. I guess there's not much to do. The whole place is in tatters. This entire thing is just completely bare. Last time I was here, I got a couple of bags of mangoes from this tree, but I can't get anything off of that now. I'm gonna head up here.
What's up? What Rick? Where you do? Just come.
Let me just come. Yeah, man.
Just come. A black river taxi. Me I go look for that black river.
Taxi, look for a black river. Just come a black river, you know.
Yeah,
me did two black river and come here, so man.
Oh, you come Kingston?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, me just have one good on our pharmacy. I'll get something, mama.
Okay then.
So you just come in our place?
Yes, man.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. All right. Take care of yourself. Miss you. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna pull in here. Yeah. Gotta take it easy. Coming up, and we had a gate, a concrete gate, and it was just completely like blown away. And apparently they've been still getting quite a bit of rain. So, all right. Some of you guys might find this photo familiar. Well, here we are. Hello. Don't worry, you're not live or anything. I haven't posted it. Let me open it. Hey. Come here.
The banging never stops. From sunup until sundown, The sounds of construction are heard in every residential area. Generators hum at every corner as businesses and homeowners alike spend between $3,000 and $20,000 a day to keep the electricity flowing. This works out to between 15 and 120 USD.
So guys, we've arrived here, and you can hear the generator humming in the background, but that's what they have to do for power right now. There's no water, there's no electricity. And you know, that's kind of what they have to do to self-sustain. And this is the roof that primarily needs to be replaced. There's some damage to the concrete and the wooden slabs at the top. As you can see, there's a tarp put down. All right, got a tarp put down, and so that's got to get redone. As you can see across the block, there's some neighbors are putting the roofs back on as well. So roof, supplies, and to allow her to be able to last through the next maybe a couple of months until we can get back to normalcy.
As if the cost of gasoline wasn't bad enough, the low supply often left many without options, sometimes even stranded. Seeing this as a problem, I soon ordered a solar generator for my aunt. The brand new generator she just borrowed was already collecting dust from the high cost of operation. This meant another road trip to the city, but considering the lack of a working electrical infrastructure, the value of a solar generator might as well be up there with food, water, and shelter. After some extensive research, I landed on a unit with the specs to last through the night on modest consumption. Considering where we are, a lack of sunlight to charge would be the least of our worries. I placed the order and waited for it to arrive. In the meantime, I started doing repairs as well as some cleanup.
Busted. Okay, split apart and cleaned up. I gotta put that back together. Here's first joint that I put together. So we're gonna get that installed right over there. And let's not forget. Yeah, that's water right there. Came right from there. We gotta block that once we're done. And voila. And voila. This is with the water on. Let's go check inside. Come here. Yeah, voila. Little logo, wiki build up.
I spoke with the neighbors to get an understanding of what really happened during the storm. The decimated landscape told a story, but not one that made sense in my head. The sheer force it would take to cause such damage is unfathomable, but they lived through it. This is Altamont, a 74-year-old farmer who, in the middle of building a more sturdy deck-roofed home, returned to find his construction supplies rendered useless due to the storm, and his old faithful home, which had survived multiple hurricanes, destroyed in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. He's managed to save a few items, and since the passage of the hurricane, has been gathering and storing what he can inside this small shed.
That's when we have to protect a few things. A few people have a few items, clothing and stuff, and someone put me up by night. I don't rest here, you understand? But I still have to protect my things then.
Okay, so here we are on site with Altamont, resident of the Darlingtober community. He's going to share his story with us today. He's also a survivor of the Hurricane Melissa storm. Altamont, how long have you lived here in Darlingtober?
35 years.
35 years. In the 35 years that you've lived here, have you ever seen anything like this?
No, and I born 1951, and from 51 to now, I never broke and no disaster like this, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this has been basically the worst disaster you've ever seen.
The first in the whole history.
Okay. So tell me, how did you feel when you first heard about the storm that was coming?
Well, at first, we never known surety because, but where I'm living, that's my little boat place. I did rope it down,
Mm-hmm.
Just with security, but they don't devastate that everything went down,
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the current moment, this is where you're currently staying, correct?
Yeah.
All right. You mind if I just show?
Yes, I'll come inside. Go on.
Okay. Show me Show me how it is inside.
Inside of here, man.
Okay.
Come on. That's when we have to protect a few things. A few people have a few items, clothing and stuff, and
Okay.
Yeah, me just have to keep,
Yeah.
And someone put me up by night. I don't rest here, you understand? But I still have to protect my things then.
So this is all your
Yes.
what you own currently,
Yes.
right? All your property.
Yes.
All right. Very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I can tell you how much see me chainsaw them,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Another way to put it is you're just currently displaced, right? Because you don't have your own space to sleep.
As
Okay.
I tell you straightforward, by night someone put me up,
Okay.
Because there is no resting place here, so
Yes.
Okay, so.
Okay. How did you prepare for the storm when you heard that it was going to be a powerful storm that was going to hit the coast here?
As me say, not much prepared. As me tell you, just rope down the little place where I'm living to, And when I'm there, and when the little place start to shift, my neighbor showed me and said, Master, you can stay over there. Because there is nowhere there. You understand?
Waiting for your storm to settle as I look toward the sea. Dust in your eyes like the water as the tide it consumes me.
As my interviews continued, I headed toward the home of a couple who were eager to share their story, a departure from others I'd spoken with. As I approached and opened the old rusted gate that creaked open, I saw their brick and mortar house just up ahead, shingles from the roof strewn about, but mostly cleaned up. The family car that was mid-repair had been crushed by a falling tree. And on the other side of the house, the refrigerator and stove had to be tossed as they no longer functioned.
Before the hurricane. Okay.
As I walked inside the house, he showed me where he's replaced the roof. The work wasn't done yet, he says. He explained that all the wiring will have to be redone.
You still a finish up it. You ceiling bed down.
And some of the furniture had gotten damaged and had to be thrown away. What he has left is what could be salvaged despite water damage.
And you can close back. Yeah. Put in back already. Yeah. So that goes back every mash up. Yeah. And water damage if coming.
Even the door to the kitchen barely survived the high-pressure winds and rain, almost getting shredded in place. He also showed me some new furniture they purchased to replace what they had thrown out.
So here we are on site with two survivors of the Hurricane Melissa, Aunt Bev and Uncle Ruddy.
Meet Aunt Bev and Uncle Ruddy.
If you were to have another catastrophic event happen, you don't know how you would be able to...
I don't know how I will survive. Just hoping and pray that someone might come someday. Well, as you is here right now, in my mind, I know me feel a little bit. You make me feel a little bit better.
So no representative from the government of Jamaica?
No representative from nowhere. None of the government people.
They felt defeated and didn't seem to think they had any way forward.
If you could give me a brief description of your state of mind right now with everything that's happened.
Right now, I'm very stressed out right now. So everything is done for me right now.
So you're very stressed financially about what's happening?
Yes, about right now. I don't have any money right now.
Could you tell me a little bit about what happened before the hurricane?
When they said this storm supposed to enter Jamaica, I was in Canada on a farmer program. And then my wife called me and tell me about this storm. I said, all right. Then they come back and said, this storm not coming again. So this storm make everybody confused. That's why we never prepare enough. Now it just comes sudden now. I was in Canada, then my wife started to call me and I can't get back to them now, so I know say something not right. Now I go to my boss, I tell my boss, I say, boss, you have to go look a flight for me now. And I say, why? I say, well, we can't hear back nothing from my wife. And so something not right. 2 days after, my daughter-in-law and my wife sent me the video. With my roof gone, she tumbled upon the car, crushed right there.
They say it got to be landfall at Black River, 9 o'clock.
So what did you do when you found out that the storm was going to make landfall in Black River?
We'll start button up the window, so my window then.
Throwing up your hands in worship.
That's one nice, pretty flowers down.
Cast your sins away to him. Go a garden safe from murder. Fill the forest with your care.
Hurricane Melissa has officially made landfall in Jamaica as a monster Category 5 storm.
This is in the town of Black River, right near the eye. Melissa is the most powerful hurricane ever to strike Jamaica. Also one of the strongest storms on record there in the Atlantic, with 185-mile-per-hour winds.
All I hear is a come down. All I hear is a come down. They fly off. Then all I hear is a come down. Then they fly off. Here's a come down and they fly off. And we went in that wardrobe.
I try to imagine how all three fit into such a tiny space. Meet Khadisha, a 26-year-old who lives with her mother and uncle.
The rain started in my mother's room. It was leaking, so I took out the mattress and I came inside here. So while moving it out and coming in here now, I realized that the hall was leaking, so I had to leave it. When I was leaving it, I see the door leak off. Over there, so it's leaking. The roof went off, here so it's coming off, and the door is opening. I can't lock it back, so I had to ask my uncle to push up the settee to the door. The door now keep on opening, even though I put the setting, me and my uncle was trying to put the setting there, keep on opening.
Despite her best efforts to block the door with the couch, the powerful wind still forced it open, leaving them exposed.
Yeah, for anyone that's in the eye or going through it, I mean, it's the worst experience of their life. You know, and hopefully not going to take too many lives either. Hopefully a lot of people got out of the way because this, you know, people are describing it as a buzzsaw.
Demolish all the little living, you know.
Got you.
And even you lose a few boats at the same time too, you know.
Where did you stay during the hurricane while the storm was?
He explained that he stayed at a neighbor's house because the hurricane kept getting worse, and even though he had battened down the house as much as possible, it was about to fall apart.
So you left before your house collapsed?
Yes, because as I tell you, say, it started to leak.
The roof was beginning to separate, and at that point, he knew there was nothing else he could do.
When they show me video, I say, where the awning on the house? And said, there is no awning, the awning gone with the roof.
Okay. What did you guys do?
Me I pray and say, Lord have mercy, Jesus, save the roof.
When I look, this was partially coming off, then it fly off completely. The next room fly off completely. So me and my mother, we had to run into the kitchen. So we was there waiting in the kitchen since the storm still passed. The kitchen gone too, so I had to come run back in here. So when we know chat because the setting is in the middle, the mattress is in the middle, and the roof came off. So you know that we are completely in the middle, shop in the middle and cannot move. So my mother had to jump over the setting, how we are seeing things, and have nowhere to go. So the next room to go inside is this room. So we are running from one room, that room, then from the room to the hall. So this is the only part that didn't went with everything else. So we were here in the room standing up. When we look, this went as well. So since everything went, you have to stand up in the rain. You got to take some rainfall basically. You're in the rain and trying to think quick what else to do. So now my mother was saying, let's go into the wardrobe because that's the only place we can go next.
Okay.
So we had to stay in the wardrobe, and it is three of us. Three of us cannot go in the wardrobe. So my mother had to go into the wardrobe, I had to go into the wardrobe. My uncle cannot go in the wardrobe. So what we do, we gave him the plastic to put over his head while his head was under the wardrobe a little bit, you know, but his body could not come into the wardrobe because there was not enough space.
She demonstrated how she climbed in and how they were oriented to escape the devastating conditions. Despite being inside, however, they obviously still couldn't escape the torrential rainfall that kept pouring into every inch of space, allowing no relief. This was terrifying.
How did you react to seeing everything that the damage that was caused?
Well, as light, me have light, so you know, me just get there and you know, the goat them dead, the 4 goat dead, you know, and the goat them did heavy in kid.
Oh,
yeah.
So they were gonna be giving birth soon.
Yeah, because I take them to Ram.
How have you attempted to recover things that you lost to the hurricane?
Well, I don't know much. I just hoping and praying, you know, and see you come along, and you know, I don't know what's in your making. You can, you know, help me together with, you know.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Okay. One of the things that is of very high importance is the government of Jamaica has been securing aid for the people that have been impacted by this hurricane. Now, how much aid have you been given by the Jamaican government?
No given time. People come around and, you know.
Individuals have been making contributions to you.
Enough government helping us, you know.
So,
as far as you hear knocking, it's people, just like what you're doing here now. People from abroad, assist people. And you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Because that man over there, having people from abroad, they get their little thing accumulate and they get up and repeat again.
So a lot of the rebuilding is done with help from overseas?
Yes, of course it is.
You have not received any kind of like specific help towards you?
No, given time. And I don't think I will be getting no help from them.
How long do you think it'll take you to get back to where you were before the storm?
I can't even tell you, no matter, because you're just hoping and praying that someone, you know,
will help you.
good Samaritan will come along, you know. I don't, you know.
If, for example, the government came and said, all right, we want to offer you guys some work so that you can earn something to build back what you have, would you find that to be an acceptable solution?
Yeah, we're grateful. And it's gone first.
Yes.
And then the roof start come off. Water start coming in the house.
You have to fly underneath the bed.
Without the roof, how did you try to shelter from the storm?
You run into the bathroom because the bathroom was deck.
You run the bathroom.
Yeah, so them shelter, that's what them say to me. Come here, I said, what they did, they said inside of the bathroom.
Bed wet up also, mattress.
So you were getting water everywhere inside. Could you guys tell me what happened the morning after the storm when you were assessing all the damage?
The next day, they woke up to a lot of damage and a lot of animals were missing. Upon arriving and seeing the damage, he said he cried for 3 days. He had no idea what to do or even where to start.
And
we lose 5 goats.
Okay, you lost 5 goats, some animals.
Impact is huge. Here in Jamaica, we are just seeing like at least 250,000 children are severely affected. Definitely the food and the nutrition of those children under 5 absolutely need of psychosocial support. The education process is absolutely broken. Now the priority is water, sanitation, food, hygiene, and all the life-saving interventions.
But fortunately, after 4 hours of continuous pounding, the rain eventually stopped. And after that, the damage was surveyed. Thankfully, the storm arrived during the daytime. Had it been at night, this would have been a more horrifying story. The damage to the landscape was shocking. Normally hidden by trees, now everyone could stand outside their home and see inside their neighbors' backyards. Trees were stripped, roofs were gone, and utility wires were shredded or tangled.
How early did you decide that you were going to try to contact your husband, and how did you get to contact him? When you went to Mandeville, that's when you were able to get a hold of him?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the reason for you to go to Mandeville?
Get food.
Okay. So Mandeville was not really affected by the storm?
No, not as much.
Not as much.
That's what they told me.
Okay.
We lose everything, but we have Jesus.
No water, no electricity, and the eeriest silence permeated the nights. But then eventually the mosquitoes returned. The rainfall over the next few days provided the bugs with refuge while stymieing the recovery. The stench of death grew stronger as more died in the coming weeks. Despite the devastation, relief was a mystery, a dream in between endless days of marginal or no support. I personally saw to it to help those that I could. The impact of the storm wasn't just physical, however.
After the storm, persons may not know that it consists of other factors, not just a traumatic experience, but it activates certain conditions that they have before to make it worse. I was in the rain, in the hurricane, and I was soaked from head to toe. Not only that, I had to be pushing, lifting, and I had to do a lot of running up and down in the hurricane. Because if you are in a house and one part of the house you have a roof and the roof fly off, you have to go to another section. So you have to run to another section. That one went away. So you have to run to another section. So basically your heart is pumping very fast and you're running up and down. You have to use your brain, meaning that you have to be thinking fast. You have to think ahead as to where should I go next. So after this storm, you feel fine. You know that something happened, meaning that traumatic experience, but after that you feel fine. As in, okay, let's start rebuilding. So you start take all things, you start packing up things, start cleaning up the house and so forth. So you're not feeling any type of way. But after certain days now, you start feeling away, and that's what happened to me. So I was cleaning up the house and so forth, trying to rebuild, get things started back. But I realized that I started to feel different in terms of my heart rate was going up. I could feel that. Also, I started to feel like my chest. I keep telling persons that my chest feel like mashed up. So it's like my chest was tightening up where I was having asthma, and not only that, but I felt different. I wasn't feeling normal like before. You understand? So I went to the doctor, and it seems like I was having asthma. So they put me on the nebulizer. Right. So after that, I came home and I was like, okay, I need to rest and avoid certain work. I didn't do certain work. Like I said, I was cleaning up, so I didn't do that. And I was here trying to feel normal.
What advice did the doctor give you in terms of how to recover after?
It's not really much of an advice. It was like they put me on a nebulizer and they gave me medication. I mean, that explained how to take the medication that is use my pump. I had cough medicine, so they like take it if you have any cough and stuff. But I'm explaining to her that the situation that I'm in, like the place that I'm at, it maybe get worse because they're burning like rubbish every single day. So that has a lot of fumes coming from it and smoke coming from it. So I'm explaining that to her. So she's saying what I'm going to do about that. So I'm saying I don't really have anywhere else to go.
It happened on the 28th and he get a flight for me for the 4th of November.
So within 6 days of the storm, you flew back here. But you were under a contract, and how you were on this contract doing work to provide for your family.
For my family.
Okay, and so you're not able to actually do that at the moment to work. Okay.
Right now, I'm not working, I'm not doing anything, I don't have anything to do right now. So I ride so me get a fallback.
You mentioned that your boss probably wasn't very happy that you had to leave. So could you explain that scenario to me when you told him that you had to leave and how he reacted?
Yeah, after me find out, when my wife tell me why.
After my wife told me about the damage from the hurricane, I went back to him, my boss, and said, "You've got to get me a flight to go back." And he asked me why. I said, "Everything is destroyed. My house is destroyed and I need to go home because my wife alone can't handle it. So I need to go home." And he said, "Okay." I said, "Get me the earliest flight you can." And he said the earliest flight would be way back in November. And I said, "No, this happened the 20th of October, so I can go home tomorrow because there's flights going to Montego Bay." Go look at the website. And I called one of my friends and he said that there are flights going to Montego Bay. So I went back to my boss and said, "Listen, there are flights going back to Jamaica by the 4th, so I need a flight for the 4th. He called up some folks and he was able to get the flight for me for the 4th. And I was so excited to come and see what happened. And when I came and saw what happened, I got frustrated because this isn't normal. This is going to set me back. I don't know where to start from. I'm looking at thousands of dollars that I lost that I'll have to spend, and I don't have the money. And that got me frustrated. When I looked at the car, the house, when I looked and saw that there was no roof, when I looked at everything, the refrigerator and the zinc, the fence, I started to cry. And I couldn't take it anymore. I went to lay down. And the next morning, I got up to look at it, and it's the same thing. I had to go back and lay down.
So you cried a second day?
Yes.
And the third day, when I started picking things up, a little bit of zinc here, a little bit of the wood, I got frustrated again and I threw it down. And I got frustrated again and I went to go lay down.
There was so much frustration that
going on with
you could barely get things done.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So while he was trying to get stuff sorted, how did you handle that? How were you handling it, the post-hurricane?
Well, I said I've waited until he come.
And after he came?
Yeah.
How did you feel when he came?
I was feel so very good.
Okay. Do you think that you could have done it without him?
No.
Okay. So you needed him to be there to help you, correct? Okay. All right.
How I was feeling different, and then the next week now, my head started hurting me. After my head started hurting me, I felt like I had some gastroenteritis or something like that. And I just feel different, meaning that I was feeling sick.
Yeah.
And every day I was feeling more sick than before. So I went again to the doctor, saying that she needed to change the medication that she gave me in the first place.
How much is it to pay for all of this medication?
He first said free.
Mm-hmm.
Then my mother would discuss himself now that I can't go back to her. My mother would discuss himself now. Go back and see my hospital now. But she decides, me sick and he want me get well, so she go pay for it. So we go downtown or wait for a while.
Yeah.
Price I'm supposed to get like 30. I'm gonna buy 50. I'm gonna buy 30. Do I know someone get me pill them and she buy how much she had 1,000? Must say 15,000 I didn't pay for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then no. Me never go give him back. Because I never tell her to buy for me. Says the mommy, do not stress out yourself. I tell her say, me sick. You know watch no money when me sick. And I just say, no, it's not necessary to buy all of this. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It is not necessary, but you buy it serious.
She's very worried about you. Very concerned.
That is not worried, it is over worried.
So, really?
Right.
You call him on a helicopter parent? Really?
So what's a helicopter parent?
Always hovering around.
No, worse than that.
Stop.
Shot in the satellite. There's an alarm going on every single time. You know, you see like the police going around searching. Yes, that's how she is.
What are some of the things that you lost in the hurricane?
Well, I lost my roof, awning gone, lost my car, I lost a couple of kettles, goat from my fridge, my stove, and I lost some chicken, and just see so many things I lost, that me gone right back down to zero.
So there's nothing really that you are able to do here in terms of work to kind of speed things up. You'd have to go back to where you were working in Canada, correct? And you're not able to go back until around March.
Not able to go back to the farmer program until March.
Has the Jamaican government reached out to you guys in any way or form since the hurricane 42 days ago? And if so, what have they said to you guys?
Since I've been here, I have not seen the MP, nor the Prime Minister, nor anyone, no representative. Nobody who have said, since you've lost your roof, we're going to do something for you. You're the only one. This is the first time that anyone's ever come here to ask us any questions. And that makes me even more stressed. So I have no idea where to start.
Is there anything else that you would like to add to share about your story, or?
No, well, I'm satisfied with you come around and try to assist me wherever. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there, as you said, no one else. Look how far you come from, and so you know me from child days,
Yes.
So you put with some of your valuable time to one hear my views and see how I'm devastated. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
God bless you, sir.
All right.
While I was there, we had a carpenter put a new roof onto my aunt's house. The cost was roughly $415,000 before putting in the new ceiling and the labor to do so, which translates to roughly $2,700 in USD. The solar panels arrived, and for the next few days I would set them up during the day to provide some power by night. I eventually moved them to a more permanent location on top of the new roof that was installed on my aunt's house. The solar generator, including the panels, cost around $1,500 USD, including shipping. We raised about $4,425 minus about $150 in GoFundMe fees. Travel costs, food and water while I was there, as well as donations I've sent to some of the families in this video weren't covered, but hopefully we can raise a few more to help those that you see in the video. Everything you send will go directly to them. You can scan the barcode from the video, and I have the link posted in the description as well. I installed solar panels on 2 separate homes, installed roofing onto one house, not my aunt's, traveling to and through different parishes to get the work done. There were some scary hours being on the road after it got dark, but thankfully I never ran into any problems. While many people are trying to recover, There definitely were a few who took the opportunity to brush up on their extracurricular activities, which I won't describe here. The worst that happened in my case was that I had to drive through a cane field since the road was blocked by hurricane debris such as utility poles, but overall, the experience was very humbling. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. On many of my trips to install roofs or panels, I was overwhelmed by the amount of families that needed help, the sheer vastness of the communities impacted, and the helplessness slowly consuming so many hardworking individuals. I also wouldn't have been able to complete the work I did without help from some very special individuals. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Your participation, whether you know it or not, was truly a blessing to everyone who benefited. Thank you again.